let's play romance roulette. No genre has dominated the books world in the last few years like romance. It accounts for the biggest percentage of book sales. There are avid fan bases. Everyone has been talking about romance. As a book review editor and as a fan of the genre myself, I put together A to Z glossary of 101 terms that you should know if you want to understand the world of romance. Cinnamon roll. You may think a cinnamon roll is a delicious breakfast treat, but in a romance novel, this refers to a typically male character who is so sweet and tender and precious that you just want to protect him and his beautiful heart from the world. Ooh, a rake. This is basically the playboy of historical romance. He defies societal rules, he drinks, he gambles, he's out on the town all night, and is a very prolific lover with a bit of a reputation as a ladies' man. Fae, these are super strong, super sexy, super powerful, immortal, fairy-like creatures. One of my favorite discoveries in terms that I learned was stern brunch daddy. A lot of daddies. Usually a male love interest who seems very intimidating and alpha, but then turns out to be a total motion softie who just wants to make his love interest brunch. I think there's a misconception that because these books can follow these typical patterns that they can be predictable and boring. But I think what makes a really great romance novel is the way that these writers use the tropes in interesting ways or subvert them. If you can think of it, there's probably a romance novel about it. Oops, there's only one bed. This is one of my personal favorite tropes, is a twist on forced proximity. Characters find themselves in very close quarters where inevitably sparks start to fly. Why choose is the porque no los dos of the romance world. Sometimes the best way to resolve a love triangle is by turning it into a circle where everyone is invited to play. Oop, we lost one. Spice level. There's a really wide spectrum. You can range from really low heat or no spice, what might also be called kisses only. Then you start to get into what we call closed door or fade to black. These books go right up to the moment of intimacy, and then you get into what we call open door, which is more explicit, and sometimes these can get very high heat or spicy, and even start verging into kink. HEA. There's one thing that almost every romance novel has in common. It's that no matter what the characters get up to, in the end, it ends with a happily ever after. I say almost every romance novel. Sometimes you're just happy for now.